Hey guys, it's Hollywood Studios here. I want to apologize for the maybe weird audio. I'm trying something a little different for this drone update. I will be doing it from Prospertown Lake, so all the audio you hear right now is live as I am flying the drone, as you see here. So currently we are going to check out progress on the Flash vertical velocity. Of course, Six Flags Great Adventures new for 2024 roller coaster. I decided to bring the drone down here because you can already see they've made a lot of progress in a very short amount of time. I didn't want to wait until the weekend because I had a feeling that there would be a lot of progress, and it looks like I was right. We'll take a zoom in on what we see over there for Flash very soon, but first I do want to take a zoom in right here of what we see of the storage lot over here, and there's really not much over here, which tells me that a lot of it has been transported over to Flash's site. I mean, you can see there that there's just a few pieces of track and supports, not really too much, quite honestly. There's a little more right there next to Nitro, but other than that, majority of it is getting ready to be transported over. You can see people actively working now. I imagine the construction crew is probably done for the day since it's around 4 o'clock at the time of filming this, but you can see down there all the track and supports, again, much less than there was, and you can see back in that little corner ever so slightly, there are the rest of the spike columns over there as well, which is very exciting. But of course, the thing we all want to see is just over here, which, wow, they made a lot of progress in just a couple of days. So you can see from here that the start of the Immelman is now going in. You can also see all the station and transfer track pieces are in place, which is so good to see. I mean, we saw a lot of progress in not a lot of time this past weekend, and we can see even more being made. I'm going to get a better view for you guys over here. Just look at that. Absolutely spectacular. I imagine within a couple of days we will see the entirety of the Immelman complete. I wouldn't be surprised if by this weekend the Immelman is all done. I mean, look at that. That looks great, and that's only a small portion of the ride. But yeah, we can see that the transfer track is almost fully in place. It looks like they do have the switch track there. You can see at the base of the right side of what looks like a bit of a U. That is where the transfer track is. The train will go through there and into the maintenance shed, which is parallel to the spike. Doesn't look like all of the track for the maintenance shed has been installed quite yet, but majority of it is there. At least the switch track part is there. And new from what we saw, of course, the switch track, we have that little bit of launch section, which will be the station, and then the rise up and into the Immelman. So the way that Immelman is going to be shaped, it's going to curve up a little bit more, flatten out, and then drop down to where you see the rest of that track right next to where that backwards launch is going to be, and that is where we're going to continue eventually going into the double up, the twisted drop down, and then the rest of the spike. So if I had to guess, based off the way they're doing construction so far, they're probably going to complete the Immelman probably at this point this week. I mean, I don't really see it taking them any longer than that. From there, they're probably going to work on the double up and maybe even finish off the spike. I imagine they'll probably finish off the spike after they do the Immelman, because it'll be a little tricky to get over to that area if they start doing the other half of the ride first, because that's a pretty tall element right there. They're going to need their largest crane for the spike. So I imagine the spike will be next after the Immelman, and once the spike is complete, they'll work their way out towards the park, finishing out probably where it is closest to the path where that twisted dive is going to be, and then Flash will be done. So this is probably going to be a relatively short construction update series, because this ride isn't very big. There's not much to it, which means it's probably going to go up really fast, which I think is a great sign. But with all that being said, that's going to conclude this quick little Flash construction update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had to bring out the drone for this because I knew we'd see a lot of progress. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Flash and Great Adventure updates coming soon to Hollywood Studios. Goodbye, guys.